jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump on it.
Jump on it, ride it like Jackie. The hell smoking that loud, lace the yak with mouth. Making mama proud, popping it like Ceddy. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
PT ain't never popped a Molly, but if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge image. To the day they go before they box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply take my route. On my hobby.
I don't know what's going on with my intro. They hating already, but Wes. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations, home of the West Coast. The voice of the culture. It's Duke Sims done. And y'all go ahead and bang that like button. Hype me up like Hype Williams. You understand what I'm saying in that chat, man? Let them go. They already said I violated the community guidelines last night. 3,000, salute to y'all. 3,000 views by the time I woke up, and it was taken down by YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I doxed myself. Remember, I showed my ID where I paroled to my pop's house, Miyoshi house. You know what I'm saying? And Miyoshi don't even live there no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy as heck. But look, bang that like button, share, tell a friend. Y'all in here with the Don Do Sim. We got Scandalous, the most scandalous hater. Scandalous, Los Angeles TV. Hashtag the union. You know what I'm saying? That was really smart and strategic to put the union right there first, because it's within 2.5 minutes, so I can't say what I was going to say. Bang that like button, hype me up, making coffee, then we live. Maria wouldn't let me get no coffee because it keep my blood pressure high. Keith McCulley, 5'4". Duke Sims, what's good, fam? Like and subscribe to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Hit the like button on your way in. Yeah, we got to do that. John Bankhead, salute. You know what I'm saying? If we don't do it, they ain't going to see the live. Because once you go against the YouTube guidelines, they be afraid to show other people. So what y'all got to do is send the algorithm the message. It's okay to share this. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't, then they not going to share it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that y'all already own that. Let me make sure that we sharing this to everybody, because I only shared it to a few people, maybe about 10. We're going to get this to the good people, though, and then we're going to get up into the content. So Feddy Nash, fat sloppy body, Feddy Nash, he reacted to the paperwork that we exposed, the letter that we first dropped here exclusively, you know what I'm saying, after emailing it to the court. Did I stutter? Emailed it to the court for Big U. See, I don't know if y'all don't remember, but Crackhead Eddie and Laquan, Papa LQ, was talking about you're no longer needed. Big U ain't messing with you, etc., etc., etc. Big U, you're cut out the loop, right? It was a whole thing. And also Diamond, Dirtbag Diamond. Yo, Diamond the Dirtbag. Diamond was a cold piece of, how long we been doing this? Oh, we still ain't even 5 minutes in. Michael Brown, salute. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to hype the live when you finish. Appreciate that, Michael Brown. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, so They was talking about all this, and CS2 back was talking about Big U was gonna line me up. And we're gonna get into the Ceddy Nash stuff, and then I'll go into that. That'll give me enough time to line all that up for y'all. We ain't gonna even wait. How many people we got up in here, bro? Because as soon as we get to 50 and the lights is up good enough, then we're gonna get into the content. You know what I'm saying? I know you shouldn't have did that yesterday. Yeah, but if it's my address, it's not like I'm gonna report myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm thinking that, and it's not even my regular address. You know what I'm saying? I don't live there no more. You know what I'm saying? So it was real tricky, man. I really feel like I was boo bop. You know what I'm saying? But we got the poll question. Is crackhead Eddie hiding behind Islam? You know what I'm saying? He turned a Muslim in jail. You know what I'm saying? With the bust Gumby from Hoover was trying to say, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna talk about somebody wasn't from their hood no more because they was a Muslim? He came in, he was a Muslim. He became a Muslim in Chicago, bro. You know what I'm saying? When he went to go stay with his dad out there, you act like he just turned Muslim there hiding. Man, Gumby out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes will say anything on the internet for some clout. And the biggest name to clout on the West Coast, bro, to clout chased off of is Big U. You got the Crip Cop clout chasing off of it. You got CS2 back clout chasing off of it. You got Adam 16er, you know what I'm saying? The 22ster clout chasing up off it. Hoover Gumby clout chasing up off it. All of them clout chasing up off it. Demon Time Exotic. And then as soon as I say something, they tell me, "Oh, you just trying to live off Big U name." You think that I got to live off Big U name like I didn't make my own name? But this is content. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for y'all to run the content, but somebody that's supporting him and trying to make sure that he still has a voice. You know what I'm saying? That he out here, because he's behind the walls. Free Big U, lunch meat, salute. What up? Usual Johnson, salute. Dang, I forgot to call you, bro. We're going to see what's up tomorrow. Best channel in these YouTube streets. Good looking out, yay area, Detroiter, yay area. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up, share, and let everybody you know that we already Active Chuck finally able to catch the live. What's happening? Big Duke Sims, the Don. He stayed with the canteen. Man, y'all know we got the canteen. So look. I told y'all, if y'all don't share this, everybody that y'all know that's part of the Blue Rinse mob or that mess with the content, make sure you text them, let them know we live, because they took down my live last night for guideline because I doxed myself showing my old driver license, California driver license, when I paroled. And so they took that down. So y'all got to hit that like button, share it, and let them know that it's cool for the algorithm to continue to share it. When y'all do that, they'll start letting all of my regular people know that we live. They'll notify them. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime and in between time, we had some people mad, man. I don't know why they so mad at Big U, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, this is crazy, right? So we gonna get into this setting. I was just waiting on the content. Boom. So we got Feddy Nash up in here. Hold on. So we got Feddy Nash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all can't even see it. Let me fix this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to keep sharing that thing, liking that thing. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. But, oh, that's why I didn't show that. So, yeah, I wasn't lying when I said I melted out for Big U. You know what I'm saying? Charger City, salute. I'm glad they let you up in here, Charger City. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be kind of hard. So, hold on. Let's get to this before we get into the Ceddy Nash content. You know what I'm saying? Because people be saying Deuce be capping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they think that. We got more credibility than anybody on YouTube. Don't y'all never forget that. When they say he ain't got enough subscribers, he don't get enough numbers. Then maybe y'all need to be sharing a little bit more, letting y'all people know about who got the content. So if you see it, United States versus Eugene Henley Jr. case number, and then it was regarding conditions of confinement and impact of defense parties. And then you see Lamonte Sims, activechucks@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? That's my email. You know what I'm saying? And then here goes the exact attachment. You know what I'm saying? There goes the exact attachment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, bro, you could go to Complex Magazine, you could go to Ceddy Nash, you could go to all of these other platforms, and we'll get into them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read some stuff for you, but I really wanted to get in Ceddy Nash. I don't even like Feddy Nash at all. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I caught his content. I wanted to see what his position was going to be. 1-800-BRICK-CITY, and I really realized he ain't done. I think he compromised, but he ain't done. You know what I'm saying? NY to LA, fire, hit that like button, big bro, was only delivering the content. Definitely the most credible channel in these YouTube streets. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. No selective politicking, no rats, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? So let's end that real quick. I'm gonna get to this Feddy Nash thing. Southern Forces in the building. I see you, brother. Boom. All right, so we got you on that. Bang that like button, share, tell a friend. Y'all in here with the Don, Deuce Sims. Let's get to it. Feddy Nash.
Something. This is not a motion. This is not a complaint. This is a federal declaration filed from inside the jail under the penalty of perjury. And in this paperwork, Big, you was telling the judge that the government took his defense, isolated him, and made it nearly impossible for him to prepare for trial. But here's the part nobody is talking about. He's not even asking for more time. Nah, he's asking for something way more dangerous, because once this is on the record, it never comes off. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand.
Hey, I don't know how you feel about Feddy Nash, but I don't really like him. I think he compromised, but even more than that, and that he working. But I can't prove it, you know what I'm saying? Except that when he told to the news anchor, right? Pow! Pow! You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't really like the dude, but I want you to give a, we don't be too biased. We try not to be biased on the content aspect of it. So I want you to react to this when you hear his position, because I think he was real articulate and really highlighted some key points that I myself might even miss. Let's go.
While this filing matters, even if he loses every single motion. Y'all ready for this one? Good 20-minute video before you head to bed. Let's go. Hit that like button like you like something too, please. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump around on a couple of pages. We will not be reading the whole entire thing. I know there's probably lots of cheers and all that stuff going on, but it is what it is. So y'all can see this is Big U. And basically what he wrote is, Defendant Eugene Henley Jr.'s submission of letter and declaration regarding conditions of confinement and their impact on his ability to participate in defense preparation. Dear Honorable Fernando L. Elena Rocha, I'm just going to say Rocha. Yeah. District Judge, I respectfully submit this letter and enclosed declaration for the court's awareness regarding conditions that have both existed and newly developed during my pretrial detention at MDC Los Angeles, and the ways in which those conditions have affected my ability to review discovery, communicate with counsel, and meaningfully participate in the preparation of my defense in this case. It is important to me that the court understand that I am not filing a motion and I am not requesting a continuance or additional delay in these proceedings. In fact, absent being granted bond, I will always assert my speedy trial rights. The purpose of this submission is to provide the court with an accurate record of my circumstances, including events that occurred after my original detention hearing, and explain how those conditions affect my ability to exercise my constitutional rights while my case is pending. The enclosed declaration describes in detail the placement in administrative detention, the seizure and non-return of my legal materials and discovery, USB limitations on discovery access, interruptions in medical accommodations, continuing legal mail issues, the investigative hold on my trust account, and the failure to carry out a prior court order relating to the death of my son while I have been in custody. Oh, wow. I have also described the steps I have taken to raise these issues internally and through institutional channels. My intention in submitting this letter is that I am asking the court to be aware of these developments and the impact they are having on my ability to participate in my defense, and that the court consider any relief or guidance it finds appropriate. Aside from continuing trial, I reaffirm that I am not asking the court to delay the case. I'm trying to move forward and to participate meaningfully, but under the conditions described in the declaration, I do not have a realistic ability to do so. Absent intervention, this court deems necessary. If the court believes a hearing, clarification, or further submission from counsel is appropriate, I will, of course, defer to the court's decision. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully submitted, Eugene Henley Jr., defendant, dated January 4th, 2026. In the easiest ways and terms necessary, basically all he's saying is, bruh, how am I supposed to get ready for trial when literally y'all keep on doing all this messed up ass stuff? Y'all screwing me over. Y'all ain't even adhering to what we had already agreed to. And I wonder what the hell happened with his son. Is he going to say that they didn't allow him to basically go to the funeral virtually? I don't know. But what I do know is, boom, we got that app now. Yeah.
That was the only thing I think Feddy Nash was off on. The court order. It wasn't just approval. It was a court order from the judge for him to be able to see his son in person by himself, to have some time to pray over him, to pray to the Allah, and ask that he open the heavens up towards it, to his son, the angels, guide him to Allah, right? That's what it was supposed to be. And so, yeah, that's what he's talking about. The judge approved it, but he couldn't go to the funeral, but he was supposed to have arrangements where he's only with his son to pray over the body and all of the Muslim rituals. And they didn't, the MDCLA and the U.S. Marshals made sure that he didn't go. So you make that make sense. So let's go.
Yeah. Fast Cash got that app, bro. Y'all been killing it. So the easiest way to get on the games, and you ain't got to scan the QR code and all that crap every time, is scan this QR code or tap the link in the description so you can get the app. And when you do, I'm going to give you $5. Yeah, hot $5. They're going to automatically, once you sign up, boom, they're going to put $5 in your account already ready to go. Go and win. Nobody's calling this crap a scam. Hell, Drake can't even say he did that. Drizzy. But anyways, let's continue on this big U paperwork. It does get intense. Roll it. Failure to follow court order. Yeah. As this court is aware, while I've been detained in this case, my son was murdered.
If you read the paperwork, I don't know if he did. He had a $2,500 on his books, and they froze it and started an investigation and froze his account.
Losing my child while I am in custody has been amongst the most challenging experiences of my life. In connection with my son's passing, the court issued an order related to my ability to have contact or participation. Despite that order, I was not permitted the contact or participation that the court intended. The order was not followed. I was not able to be present for my son in the way the court had authorized and made an exception after his death. I was not allowed private viewing, even though there was a court order for this. Of course, I will never have that opportunity again. This has caused my family extreme grief and distress. It also affects how I experience my detention. I'm trying to process the death of my child while at the same time being asked to assist in a complex RICO defense with almost no access to materials or pertinent discovery. The failure to follow the court's order about my son's death has also affected my confidence that any institutional promises or any future accommodations will actually be carried out, with or without a court order. When a court order concerning a matter as serious as the death of a person's child is not honored, it is very hard for me to trust the less formal assurances about discovery or access will be respected. As I continue to grieve my son, the combination of that loss, the unfulfilled court order, and the conditions described below directly affects my state. Legal mail problems and access to case documents. During my time at MDC Los Angeles, there have been ongoing problems with my legal mail. Based on what my attorneys of record have told me, I understand that approximately 25 pieces of legal correspondence were extremely delayed or never reached me at all. I am informed by my attorneys that some of those mailings were even sent without tracking, or sent with tracking, pardon me. On multiple occasions, legal mail has arrived to me already open, so of course not open in my presence. On other occasions, I've been told mail was sent, but I never received it. These problems have involved important materials such as my indictment and other case documents or legal notes. I believe between 1 and 3 legal professionals can and would declare to the same. For a long period of time, I did not have a complete copy of my indictment, even though my counsel tried repeatedly to send it. I did not actually obtain a copy of my indictment until December 2025. On January 1st, 2026, when I was suddenly and abruptly moved to special housing unit with zero knowledge as to a reason why, I lost access to my indictment and other legal papers. At an earlier detention proceeding, the government referred to recorded calls and to issues related to legal mail, although they are allegedly a completely different entity than MDC. That caused me to be concerned that communication connected to legal matters might have been accessed or shared in ways I did not understand. As a result, I become hesitant about freely discussing case strategy over the phone. I have submitted numerous cop-outs, emails, and formal grievances about my missing or mishandled legal mail, and I have raised these issues verbally with staff, including at the highest levels. The general response has been that there is no problem, with the notable exception of Officer Reyna and Delgado on an email actually acknowledging that one item of legal mail was open outside of my presence, seizure of USB and legal work product. On January 1st, 2026, I believe staff conducted a search of my cell and my property. During that search, they took my USB drive that contained discovery materials provided by my attorneys, as well as my handwritten legal notes, drafts, research, and other defense work product. To my knowledge, the USB and those legal materials were not inventoried. When I asked about them, staff had not acknowledged that they exist or that they were taken. Although my attorneys still possess copies of discovery in their own files, the seized handwritten materials reflected my thought process, questions, and observations developed over prior meetings. Without those personal defense notes, I cannot meaningfully build upon earlier discussions or recall what issues I had already raised or identified. Having counsel retain their own copies is not a substitute for my ability to retain and reference my own defense work product while assisting in preparation. The papers that were removed were clearly labeled as legal mail or attorney work product. They contained my notes about what my lawyers had explained to me, thoughts about the evidence, and questions I have written down to discuss with counsel. On January 2nd, 2026, I telephonically notified my attorney, Peter Johnson, about my shoe conditions related to legal documents as well as health topics. I also let him know I would be submitting a letter directly to you about various topics, to which he did not object. The USB contained approximately 500 non-protected discovery files provided to me from my attorneys. However, almost all of my actually most important discovery in this case is under a protective order. That protected material can only be reviewed when my defense team is physically present. The seizure on non-return of my USB and legal items, including handwritten legal work, has cut off my ability to continue any of the prior work I had done to understand my case. I cannot go back to my notes, cannot track what we have already discussed, and cannot build on earlier sessions. In practical terms, I'm forced to start over with almost nothing in my hands. Shoe placement and legal investigative status. Also on January 1st, 2026, I was moved to special housing unit at MDC Los Angeles. Lil Durk is my other cellmate. I was told this was administrative detention and that the stated reason was classification. I did not receive any incident report, disciplinary write-up, or hearing related to this move. To my knowledge,
Wait, he said, I was moved special. I was told administrative detention. Okay.
there was no finding that I committed a disciplinary infraction that requires shoe placement. Since being in shoe, my ability to meet and consult with my counsel becomes much more limited as as this district is well aware due to several attorney filing motions about this legal visits require additional escorting and approval and have non-reported or advertised additional time constraints. There are therefore more delays and more uncertainty about when and how visits can occur. My access to legal materials in my cell is also more restricted. The combination of shoe placement, investigative status, and the removal of my USB and notes has made it extremely difficult for me to in the future have normal attorney-client meetings or to review materials in a continuous, organized way going forward. Contrary to what I anticipate to be characterized as a challenge, I am describing the practical effects of this placement on my ability to participate in my defense. Now, listen. I know there are people who are, talking shit and all this stuff and everything, and some would call it karma, which, once again, I don't believe in. So if you're one of those people say, well, Big, you 100% guilty of murdering somebody else's child, so I find it interesting that that your son got murdered, and now you can't go see him because they can't see their child grow up, so you get what you get, and you only are there because you murdered somebody's child. If you one of those people, then it is what it is on that. Do I know or believe that Big you murdered that boy? I have no goddamn idea. I wouldn't put nothing past nobody. I'm just going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. Do I think he did it? I hope to God he didn't do it. I really hope he didn't do it. But if there is evidence that shows that he did it, then shit, buck up, soldier. But here's the worst thing. The guards are ignoring the orders of everything.
Damu Kiwe conversation. Hey, listen, bro. I ain't agree with Feddy Nash this much in my whole life. Let's go.
Unity Point Health because of the great.
They had this crazy saying to say the inmates are running the prison. Well, them guards making sure they keep their foot on their neck. And even if you believe that Big U doesn't deserve rights and all this stuff, and you already found him guilty, the thing is this. We still have laws that keep us from becoming like those who you believe should
that's what we do.
Basically be held in prison for however long y'all may think they do. I'm not here to discuss that with y'all. But what I am here to say is this. They dead ass wrong. It's your job, not your feelings. See, everybody who would say anything negative or positive towards Big U, the ones who say whatever they want.
This is not emotional. This is their job. You're not there to convict him. He's innocent until proven guilty. But even if he was guilty, there's laws that the Constitution provides, guarantees the Constitution provides even to convicted felons. They go along with constitutional and human rights. We'll get into those. Let's go.
Say you can use logic and all that, and you can use feelings. But a guard is not afforded that. A guard is a dog. You do what you told, and you get your treat, aka your money, regardless of personal feelings. So they probably gonna fire back and have to say, yo, Big U was raucous and all of this shit and everything, and didn't want to do this and didn't want to do that. They're gonna fire back because they have to. Because if this is true, bruh, this ain't good. Let's continue on. We'll read all the way to page 11 on this, and we'll call it a day. Including restricted attorney access, loss of materials, and interruption of previously authorized accommodations. Regardless of the institution's reasons for placement, my resulting restrictions materially affect my ability to prepare my case. Medical, chrono, and loss of CPAP. So he already had it in other accommodations. Okay. So before, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. Let me read this because I don't want to say this wrong. Before coming into federal custody, I was prescribed a CPAP medicine for sleep apnea. MDC medical staff issued a Bureau of Prisons medical chrono authorizing use of CPAP machine. Okay, cool. A knee brace and a 2 mattress accommodation. I also wear prescription glasses. After I was moved to SHU on January 1st, 2026, my CPAP machine and plug were taken. I was allowed to use the CPAP briefly, but when it was taken away again, since that time, I have repeatedly requested that it be returned and have explained that I am worried about serious health conditions if I go without. Put frankly, death can occur for those who require breathing machines when they sleep if they do not have one. Therefore, since being in the SHU without it, I simply cannot allow myself to fall asleep whatsoever. Okay. My additional mattress accommodation due to back and shoulder injury and my eyeglasses have also not been provided in SHU. My knee brace was returned after a short period, but the lack of sleep support and proper bedding has made my physical discomfort worse. Without the CPAP and the full set of accommodations, I have trouble focusing and I feel physically worn down, as can be anticipated. That makes it much harder for me to concentrate during future legal visits or to review any materials I do receive. Trust account investigative hold and communication limits. This ought to be interesting. A $2,500 investigative hold has been placed on my inmate trust account. I was not given an explanation for why this hold was placed or what event or investigation triggered it.
It ain't free.
Such a hold is to hinder a person's ability to purchase commissary items such as food or hygiene items, and with the ability to use computer systems such as core links that I also rely on to coordinate regarding my defense when I was not in the SHU. Attempts to resolve these issues internally. I have tried to address these problems through the channels that are available to me. I have submitted multiple cop-outs. I have filed a BP-8 informal resolution and a BP-9 grievance. I have sent a grievance to the regional director. I have even contacted Postal Service about the mishandling of my mail. For some examples, I have raised these issues verbally many times with staff in my unit and with supervisors, including at the warden level. The general response has been to say that there is no issue or to not take any corrective action. As of the time of this declaration, the USB and legal papers have not been returned. My discovery access remains extremely limited. My mail problems continue, and my medical accommodations are still not provided. This is not a complaint about comfort, inconvenience, or general detention conditions. The conditions described are directly tied to my ability to see evidence, understand the government's allegations, and communicate with counsel in a continuous and organized way. In other words, these conditions affect the core constitutional right to participate in my own defense rather than day-to-day living conditions. Because my USB and notes were taken, and because I am in the SHU and under investigative status, I do not have ongoing access to discovery that would allow me to understand the government's evidence or assist counsel in developing strategy. The problem is not that there has been too little time on the calendar. The problem is that under these facts, conditions, and restrictions, there's no realistic way for me to prepare no matter how long this case is continued. You know, the way that reads actually kind of throws me off just a little bit. And I'm just being honest, right? Let's just say it wasn't Big U. It was somebody else. Let's say James B. James B. out of West Virginia. Let's just do James B. out of West Virginia. And James B. was accused of doing all of these things. And some of y'all like, bro, I'm in Nitro, West Virginia right now. You cannot be talking about me. Or I'm in Charlotte. What is that place called? Anyways, I'm in West Virginia, bro. You ain't talking about me, right? No, I'm not talking about you. But this is what I mean. If these things are right, they're sabotaging the hell out of him. And on top of that, that's illegal. If the doctor said that he's supposed to have this shit and they prescribed it to him, you give it to him. So everything that he has in the jail, he has access to it. And all of a sudden, just as his case is coming up, now y'all want to get rid of it, which to me seems like either one, he was doing bad communication. Two, they were reading this shit and it sounded pretty good. And the biggest one, they're scared he might beat it. They can be afraid that Big U might have been putting in that work, might have been doing all of these things. Now, mind you, he cannot be around all of this discovery with all these people and all of these things without other lawyers present. But if he hasn't been sleeping, if he has been tired, if he's whooped, if he's in segregation housing unit, just like Lil Durk is, and it's even crazier because he asked for 2 more attorneys on the case, which if they took all his notes and all that shit, then damn near You want to do that. Now, will the judge grant the 2 attorneys? No, it might grant one. One is better than none. It's just going to be fair, square, obvious, honest. But all in all, we're going to see how this goes because
salute.
This is the second high-profile case that we heard that involved quote-unquote gang members, but we can't say because we ain't looked at nobody else's cases. But if this is how it go for quote-unquote gang members with murders and all of this shit and everything, bro, I'm going to be honest. This is a bad message because this shit better be going on with everybody. Don't just make this a gang member thing. Because if it does, then that's a big ass lawsuit. Not only that, he looking at an appeal too. Because you have to have the ability to defend yourself as best as they can take care of you and as best as you can take care of yourself. If they're hindering that ability because it's their fault, the courts don't look on that lightly. So we'll see what happens. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think that that Big U deserves all his shit? Or do y'all think, man, you know what? Suck it up, Buttercup. Do y'all believe that? Which one do y'all believe? I believe personally, give him his shit. Let the man defend himself. If your evidence is good enough and all this shit, it ain't gonna matter what the hell Big U doing. Big U should be getting ready to spend the rest of his life behind a cold cell. If that's the case. But to me, it's kind of screaming like, bruh, you pissing them guards off. Do I know that? Hell no. Nah. Would I talk to anybody about that? Hell no. But in my mind, this sounds like a struggle a little bit for dominance. And me knowing Big U as well as I do, shit, that wouldn't be far-fetched. But like I say, I ain't believe he can do no shit like this, but they got him on something, I guess. But how true that is, I don't know. Maybe he beats it, maybe he doesn't. If he beats it, then shit, he beats it. But we'll see what happens, man. If you like what we do over here, man, all breaking news and all that stuff.
Hey, look, man. Feddy Nash, I don't like you. I think you're the cops. But I'm going to go ahead and like your video. Thanks. And y'all go ahead and do the same. You know what I'm saying? He came with some good content. Just because you don't like the person, you can't hate on the content. The content's going content, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear what the brother's saying. First, let me get to this. Jermaine Jones said, I think the feds scared he will expose Wack as their informant. Not just Wack. I think it's Pop LQ. I think it's Crackhead Eddie. I think it's 600 and a whole lot of other informants that don't want to be revealed unless they have to testify because they feel that their life's in danger. So that's what they're telling the feds. But I think you on to something there. But go ahead, Southern Force. Let you go first.
Yeah, man, it's not regular that I say this, but hell, Nash was onto some content for one. Shit. Okay. Like we was talking about a few days ago. You know, they're trying to do everything because Big U is winning. He has undisputable evidence to prove he's not accused of any offenses, and they know that. I think they try to do everything they can medically, mentally, and like I said, emotionally. Of course, with the loss of his son, to break him, and he won't break. He ain't do nothing but sharpen his sword, so he keep on stabbing at the ass, so that he can get his rights, because he's clearly his all his rights has been violated. Because even if you're incarcerated, you still got to wait trial. You still have rights, and that's the messed up part about it. A lot of this stuff happens every day, not just Big U, but a whole bunch of us black folks in there. You feel me? That's their trick and their method, and they try to break you, especially if you're a big if they claim you are the big fish. And I just want to say, man, I hope he keep on fighting their ass and don't give up. Don't let them break him, because he's almost about to come home, because they playing this type of game. That means they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. You wouldn't go this message for one man to do all that stuff to one man if you had something.
Yeah, Agree, Deuce. All those guys you named still working, especially Whack. Yeah. So look, let me get that was a good point, Southern Force. Everything you said, I totally agree with, right? We gonna
Right.
get into some of this, some of the rules and constitutional guarantees that protect pretrial inmates like Big U, right? So let's pull
Right.
it up so everybody can see it, right? While I read it, because I got to do some reading. I know it's boring. It ain't. It's Boina. Peace, just me. What up? So, do federal inmates have constitutionally protected rights to adequate medical care, right? Yes, federal prisoners have a constitutionally protected right to adequate medical care, rooted primarily in the Eighth Amendment ban on cruel and unusual punishment. What the Constitution requires, the legal standard. The Supreme Court has held that deliberate indifference to serious medical needs of prisoners violates the Eighth Amendment. Courts generally require a serious medical need, something diagnosed as needing treatment, his CPAP, or so obvious a lay person would recognize it needs care. That's something that they know he need because he could die if he don't have that and he wake up out of sleep. Deliberate indifference by officials, meaning they know of a substantial risk to the inmate's health and disregard it more than negligence. So this is what Big U was going through, a violation of his Eighth Amendment constitutional right that's supposed to be guaranteed to not just us people out here in the free world, but even to inmates that are pretrial inmates that are fighting their cases, innocent until proven guilty. So let's go past that. So that's the CPAP machine. They violating his Eighth Amendment constitutional right. Do federal inmates have a right to a fair and impartial speedy trial? If they are facing pending criminal charges, even while already incarcerated, yes. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the accused a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury in a criminal prosecution. Speedy trial. Speedy trial claims are analyzed under the Barker versus Wingo balancing test. Length of delay, reason for delay, defendant's assertion of the right, and prejudice. Long unjustified government delay can violate the rights. They've been violating his rights because the government's been delaying, but they don't care about that, right? And it's supposed to be impartial. So in federal court, there's also the Speedy Trial Act, which generally requires trial to start within 70 days of the relevant triggering events with various statutory exclusions. Fair and impartial. Impartial is explicit in the Sixth Amendment, impartial jury, and fair trial. Protections also come from due process and related trial rights, counsel, and the confrontation clause. If they mean their already final conviction sentence, the speedy trial right isn't ongoing. Once someone has been tried and convicted, in that case, the Sixth Amendment speedy trial right is about the prosecution stage of the criminal case, not the day-to-day prison life. Yeah, we already know that. So, does a federal inmate have a right to protections from the U.S. Marshals or jailers, Federal Bureau of Prison, from opening inmate legal mail without the inmate present? Generally, yes, with an important caveat about what counts as legal special mail and how it's marked. If the person is in BOP custody, federal prison, Bureau of Prison rules give strong protection to properly marked attorney and legal mail. Under 28 CFR subsection 540.18, incoming special mail, which includes qualifying legal mail, may be opened only in the inmate's presence and only inspected for contraband. it may not be read or copied if the sender is adequately identified and the envelope is marked special mail, open only in the presence of the inmate. They supposed to come to your door, or if it's in the day room, you come to them when they call you for your mail. They're gonna check your name. Yeah, let me see your prison ID. You show them your prison ID with your prison number. Okay, now they're verifying that it's you. They're gonna take a little thing to cut it open. They're gonna take it out, shake out the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Shake out the paper, make sure no drugs fall out, no knife or guns fall out. The everything that's within the writings of legal documents, special mail, is privileged, and they don't have the privilege to see what you're writing to your lawyer about, what your trial strategy is going to be. But this is what they're doing to Big U, and he got proof. This is one of the things he's complaining about, right? Constitutional baselines applies broadly, including jails holding federal detainees. So that's still on the same thing, right? And then, does a pretrial inmate preparing a defense for trial have a right to view all discovery, pertinent and non-pertinent? Not in the sense of everything, including impertinent, irrelevant material. What a federal pretrial detainee is entitled to, though, the case is in federal criminal cases, discovery is limited by rules and constitutional doctrines. See, this is unconstitutional. The federal rules of criminal procedure are laws that are adopted by different circuits, and basically it requires the government on request to let the defense inspect, copy certain categories like the defendant's statements and documents, objects only if they're material to preparing the defense. The government will use them in the case in chief, or they belong to the defendant. It's not all information in the file, and it's tied to relevance and materiality. Well, these informants, y'all saying y'all got 40 informants, y'all don't think that that's material to the case in chief? Y'all say they're coming to testify, so y'all, by your own statements, that's material. So why are they trying to keep Big U at a disadvantage from knowing who these informants are? Because the moment that he finds out who these informants is, he can send a private investigator to go talk to them, get a statement from them, see if there's any inconsistencies between the statement that he have with the private investigator and the statement that they made with the feds. They can also, once identifying who these informants is, pull up their criminal records, see if they have any pending case. Are they paid informants? What is motivating these people to tell these lies, right? Or the truths, depending on what you're looking at, right? And now they could, the attorneys could better understand what strategy puts them in the best position going to trial. You know what I'm saying? So Brady, under the Brady material, right, it requires disclosure of favorable evidence to the accused when it's material to guilt or punishment, exculpatory material. Giglio extends Brady-type disclosure to certain impeachment information about government witnesses. So this is, the Giglio is important if you want to impeach, like say Dale the Long-Tailed Rat, Molly Mall, right? CS2 Bat, Loose Coochie Ashley, Rico the Rat Rod Gay, you know what I'm saying? Crackhead Eddie, the Crip Cop, you know what I'm saying? So by proving and showing that we got different lies online, that these people took multiple opposing positions. So we especially Rico the Rat Rod Gay, I think he implicated Big U in about 4 or 5 different hot ones in the dark. You know what I'm saying? He in the dark storytelling, nigga, implicating Big U in open murder cases. Rico the Rat Rod gang. Then Crackhead Eddie, he got him implicated in some shit with his brother. We gonna get to Crackhead Eddie in a minute, but back to Big U and inmates and the rights that they got, right? So those are the things he's complaining because these are supposed to be constitutionally guaranteed. But when it comes to Big U, it's not guaranteed no more. You know what I'm saying? They playing by a different set of rules. You know what I'm saying? He had a court order, you know what I'm saying, for him to see his son, and they didn't even abide by that. You got a spine, no splendor. John Jr., what up? 23 more likes. So let's get them likes up. Let's go. Walking you out to walk the white boy in with Diddy. Cash Bubba, miss you. He said, oh boy, remember he said he used to have to fight him 4 times a week. He was waiting for them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to give it up. Hey, I admire that CS2 back. And ultimately, you did all that fighting to come out here, and then you want 3 fingers in your butt. He did all that fight for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, so we do got that, and then we do got Crackhead Eddie. Let's get to this video, man. Hiding behind Islam. Him and Laquan, Papa LQ, Kenny Kingpin. What a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? See, Kenny Kingpin. Well, first, I'll let y'all hear. Now, we just heard what all inmates have a right to have. Now, if you're not going to stand for your rights and you just going to lay down and let them go up in you with no Vaseline, and you just take it, that ain't being tough. That's you accepting being a slave. You know what I'm saying? Your forefathers and ancestors fought for these protections, and you're not standing on them. I look at you like a coward. Which brings us to Crackhead Eddie.
Good morning, people. Assalamu alaikum. Y'all see it? Back up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah. Y'all see it?
Hey,
Come out here and get your train on, man.
you all right?
Just a little bit. 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 Just a little bit.
What was that?
Assalamu alaikum to you people. Good morning.
Come on, Crackhead Eddie.
Alhamdulillah, bro.
What was that, bro? Was that supposed to be like a...
Did he trust his show?
You know, it's like, man, I don't mind talking to some of the brothers. I don't mind talking to some of my ex-comrades. But it's like, man, sometimes, man, we got to face reality when reality is. And it's like when we put ourselves in harm's way, meaning that we get in trouble or we go to jail, we cannot expect certain treatments up in there because them people don't give a shit about us, bro.
Who cares if they give a shit about you? Nigga, you gotta make them do. Man, let me grab my right. While he doing this, let me grab my write-ups, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna start this for y'all while I grab this.
When you go to jail, man, they don't care about you, man, because it's designed to break you.
I ain't just talking.
That whole system is designed to break you, especially if you're not mentally strong, bro.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu. It's real.
Damu Kiwe. Conversations. Hit that like button if you're just coming in. Bang that like button. Let's go.
Bro, the toughest, the roughest, the downest individuals on the streets go to the jailhouse or the counties or to the penitentiary, bro, and they fold, man, mentally, not physically. Mentally, they fold. They get on drugs, meaning that prescription drugs that the doctor give to them. They act like they try to play this role like they have a mental something wrong with them, a mental collapse and all that type of stuff. So they'll send them dudes to an EOP yard, and when you go to the EOP yard, bro, you have to take these drugs, because if you don't, they're gonna kick you off the yard. You know, them drugs when they blood test you, them drugs have to be tested inside your system. So I see a lot of this stuff goes on, man, and I see a lot of things that brothers don't understand. Even when brothers go to the penitentiary, man, because I think we be biased to the point on the individuals that be up in there, where we think that certain rights has to be given to a certain individual.
Hey, don't that
This is nasty work, man. You know I'm gonna give you that reaction you looking for, because it's some bullshit. Go ahead, keep rolling.
That's straight hate. People think that certain people supposed to have rights,
and we don't really know the dynamics of what the system really is, bro. Come on, man. The system don't care about you like that, bro.
Who cares about what the system care about? You make them care about. That's what your people out here got to fight for. Oh, you's a nobody. You don't know that part of the game. My bad. Let's go.
They don't care what type of illness you have. They don't care what's going on with you, bro. They don't give a shit about none of that type of stuff, bro. So it baffled me, man, when dudes be like, oh, man, they got the brother in the hole, or they got this individual, they doing this and they doing that. Hey, bro, first of all, we have to understand that we get chances, man. We're out here in society. We do shit wrong, and then we come out here, bro, and we have another chance at freedom. And if we blow that chance, that's all on us. So we should.
If this is a broken slave, see, I deserve that, master, because I messed up. So I deserve whatever you gave me, whatever you got for me. You ain't got to abide by no laws or nothing. It's all on me, boss. This the broken slave right here. The house nigga. Let's go, bro.
Get that nigga 50 lash.
You know, everything that's coming to you when you go back up in there, bro. Where the accountability is at. The accountability is with the individual when he puts himself in that particular type of situation, bro. Even though dudes would tell on you, even though dudes would betray you and stuff like that. But what happened is, man, you put yourself in that situation. Nobody else put yourself in that situation. You the one that did the critical thinking in your particular setting, in your particular group, in your particular get down.
So he's just guilty already. That's what you saying, right? Hey, you know what's crazy? The crazy part about it, our real enemy, the United States government, give you a roll of the dice by a fair trial before they take you and confiscate your guaranteed right, most of your constitutionally guaranteed rights, because now you're a prisoner. But house niggas, broken slaves like this fake ass Muslim don't even give you that. Now tell me that ain't no motherfucking self-hate. Let's go, man.
You the one was calling the shots. You the one was doing all this, and you was doing all that. Even if you're by yourself, you're calling the shots on yourself. So when you go to jail and stuff is going on, you have to understand, man, that everybody's not going to rock with you. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Everybody's not going to feel your pain. Everybody's not going to feel your suffering. Everybody's not going to agree with you and things of that nature. So when you make a cry out to society or a cry out to anybody, people are going to look at you sideways. Some going to care and some not. That's just the way life is, bro. Everybody's not going to be on the same page. Everybody's not going to rock with you. People don't even give a shit about you, you know, out there in society. And my thing is this. Let's take Big U, for example.
Bro, stop saying people don't give a fuck about people because they in jail. We give a fuck about Big U. Free Big U. Nigga, didn't nobody give a fuck about your crackhead ass when you was in jail, nigga. You thought your brother would have cared about you, but he didn't even want to come home. That's why he started fucking with them man boys. Transmissions. Fake ass Muslim. Let's go, man.
I seen yesterday, he wrote a letter to the judge. You know, alhamdulillah, I think the brother has that right. Whatever his declaration was, he has that right. He has that right to do that. Do I understand what he's going through? I understand that. The reason I understand that is because when 9/11 came around and all we was up inside there, they came and gaffled all of us up, put us in a hole, no investigation, no nothing, just threw us in a hole because we were Muslims. Now, I understand in totality what he's going through. Do I agree with it? No. Do I understand it? Hell yeah, I understand it. Do I think he's getting a fair shake? Nah, I don't think he's getting no fair shake because that's the way them people are, bro. If you've been there and done that, you'll understand how that system is. So you'll know you should expect that. You should expect them to mess with you.
Packages to RAM.
You can't speculate. You don't know. You don't know, nigga, because when you went to the feds, nigga, you told. So you didn't have to go through all of that, nigga. Talk about some EOP. Nigga, the feds don't got EOP.
Don't know what's going on with him. We can't be up in no uproar behind. I know I'm not in no uproar. I'm not gonna never be in no uproar, whatever he has going on. I don't feel no type of sympathy or
I don't feel no type of sympathy. Yeah, but you deserve it. Master said you's a rebellious nigga. You trying to start an uprising in them fields. Boy.
You gonna get us in trouble, Deuce. Master's good people. They good people to us. You gonna get them latches. You gonna get a whipping there, boy.
Right. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all some of these papers. See, I bet I'll be giving y'all some shit. Man, bang that like button, bro. Y'all finna get some shit that y'all ain't even supposed to be getting tonight.
or anything like that. And I have a valid reason for that because between me and my family, I just ain't gonna have no sympathy for him. Now, me having sympathy for his family, yeah, I do have that. But him, no, I don't have no sympathy for him, bro. Little bro in jail behind a maneuver that they ran. He lied on me inside the penitentiary.
Listen to him lie snitching. He trying to put somebody in his brother's seat so he could get his brother out. Big U, they ran the play, and he got my little brother in jail. Nigga, your little brother got himself in jail. Nigga, didn't your little brother tell them people that he was on that list? Talk about that, you fake-ass Muslim. Why you ain't telling the truth? I thought it was a Muslim's duty to tell the truth. See, hiding behind Islam, the full version coming tomorrow, just because your bitch ass on here lie snitching, like because that man behind jail, don't you understand that this is called open source intel? You lie snitching on here before the people on Big U, and he's in jail without no way to respond and rebut with the accusations that you just made on him. You fake ass, lying ass Muslim. But we gonna get into it. Tomorrow, I'ma flame your motherfucking ass 2 hour long, nigga, hiding behind Islam. Crackhead Eddie. Let's go, man.
And the brothers out the section know he did that. And the people that don't know that is all these outsiders or all these individuals that it's not a part of that section. And I tell dudes all the time, man, this shit is deeper than what y'all think. This shit is so deep, man, that the brothers on the outside looking in, they can't even fathom on what transpired, on what went on, and anything like that. I just don't go in depth on it because I feel that it's not my place to do that right now. But
Right
other than
now,
that,
huh? You
brothers
gonna
can't
do
even
it on
fathom.
the
You have other
stand,
dudes
huh?
speaking on certain
That's what he
situations
said. He
about
gonna
the
do it
Crenshaw
on the
district, and they're not
stand.
even from the Crenshaw district, bro. They really don't know, bro. And the brothers about that section over there, bro, they know what I'm talking about. You know, this stuff is deep, man. This stuff is real, real deep, bro. You know, dark secrets,
Dark
things
secret.
that, man, destroy people's families, things that destroy people lives and stuff like that.
So
So
what do
this
that
stuff
got
is
to
deep.
go?
So, man,
Listen
it's
to
like,
this weirdo. What he always say? He just masturbating off at the mouth. What does dark secrets and how deep this gotta go got to do with this brother's motion to not motion, his declaration to the court about his confinement conditions? What do your brother being in jail got to do with Big U? See, this is the simple things that y'all got to ask yourself to see what his objectives really are. What do you mean you don't think it's your place right now to speak up on these things in depth? You telling us that you're planning on testifying at trial, lie snitching on the stand?
Shit sound like to me. Shit.
Cold gang, bro.
This
This
motherfucker.
people be over there supporting this rat, acting like, oh well, he's a Muslim, he doesn't care about that. Then why he's steadily talking about Big U and some street shit, bro? Y'all think he didn't come around till this investigation was already underway? This is crazy, bro.
you got to understand, man, the federal government, they don't play fair at all.
Let me fix this, man. My bad, man.
And if you think the prosecutors is going to play fair with him, the federal officer is going to play fair with him, bro, you're delusional, bro. They're not going to play fair with him, bro. And then I guarantee you, man, that wherever he was at out there on the line in MDC, I can guarantee you, man, they had a couple of plants out there on him, listening to him, getting up on him. And it might be some of his own.
No, I believe him on this one. I don't think he's lying about this one. See, that's the whole game, and I'll tell y'all a story of how I've seen. Oh man, the feds is a cold game, man. Them niggas trying to get up off them 30-year sentence.
Oh, it might be some dudes talking about they from that section over there, or dudes perpetrating, trying to be Muslim. But because when you're in that setting right there, dude, you know, everybody is going to try to find a way to get out of trouble, man. So when I heard that they gaffed him up and sent him to the hole, I was like, either
Cascade Platinum Plus has the grease-fighting power of Dawn to remove tough, stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Make it a habit.
See, a buster like Crackhead Eddie ain't never stood on nothing in his life. He just a gopher
to
anything.
the point where he's creating some type of havoc, or some informants over there, or they finna bring certain dudes down from the penitentiary, or certain dudes finna get arrested or something like that, and they finna hit that MDC, and they don't want him around there. So it's all type of scenarios, man, dealing with that type of situation, bro. Why they come gaffing you up. Right now, they feel that brother is a threat. They feel this is a high profile case. They to the point where, man, they don't want nothing to happen to it. So if they want him to suffer behind that, they're gonna make him suffer. They don't give a shit that
they don't want nothing to happen to who? They don't want nothing to happen to us? Is that what he said? Ooh, this rat be telling on himself. We know he taking a stand.
they to the point where, man, they don't want nothing to happen to it. So if they want him to suffer behind that, they're gonna make him suffer. They don't give a shit that he's back there, bro, and he don't have the right dietary meals. They don't care about that. They don't care about if he don't have 2 mattresses that he needs to sleep on. They don't even care, bro, that he need that sleeping machine, bro. So when I was hearing all that, and I was like, okay, wow, especially when brothers, man, that been there and done that. And if you've been there and done that, you should understand that why they doing that. You know, do I think they want him dead? No, I don't think they want him dead. I think they want him alive, and they're gonna keep him alive to the point where they're gonna make it an example to the whole world and the whole gang culture on, if you continue to move in this particular type of path, this is what we're gonna do to you. I think that brother is the poster child on.
Ain't that buck breaking? Ain't that the exact intent of buck breaking? The strongest slave, so that anybody know if they be rebellious or try to run, everybody that looks up to the strongest slave on a plantation that tried to start a rebellion and failed, if they make an example out of him and they break him in front of everybody, they're not going to want to do it again. They're going to think twice. Oh man, if they did Big U like that, man, I bet not try. Man, I couldn't even go through. Did you hear how he was screaming? That's the definition of buck breaking. Crackhead Eddie, thank you for defining what they doing. Let's go.
What they finna do to gang members that's out there that have their own crews and they have their own cliques inside their section. And this is why I think they're gonna do that. This is the example that I think they're gonna do to that brother, man. So, and I be like, man, okay, it doesn't matter if brothers rocking with that brother or not. You know, you have dudes on his side, you have dudes on the other side. You have dudes that saying, okay, man.
Bro, it's only Big U side and the police side. So if you ain't on Big U side, which side is you on?
That's wrong with dealing with that brother. But they also saying, you know, what about Rayshawn Williams? They also.
Who said what's up? Well, look where he looking at. They telling him to say the Christopher Love boys probably right behind that camera with cards telling him what to say. They're saying Rayshawn Williams. Who's saying Rayshawn Williams? The government? That's the other side. Is that what you're talking about? The government said, then why they ain't charged them for the Rayshawn Williams murder? Big smart ass confidential informant. Why they ain't charged them? Why they ain't charged them for Rayshawn Williams murder? Since you know everything, because how they got it alleged, it's an overt act. See, Diddy was charged with the RICO, and they had all of these extra. That's what the feds do. They pile on everything, throwing shit up against the wall, hoping that they can manipulate a jury to find you guilty of more shit. But if not, they got better chances at convicting you on something. But once Puffy beat the RICO, a lot of those overt acts, which would have got him life in prison and would have buried his dick in the dirt, nigga, all of that was dismissed once he beats the RICO. They charged those overt acts as and related to RW as a part of the RICO. If they find a jury, a hung jury, it could be 11-1. If one person say, we don't believe Loose Cannon did them robberies for Big U, we have no evidence. If they say that, what's his name, Bear Claw or V, both of those dudes say we open plea. What did you do? I did that. Did you have co-defendants? Nah, I didn't have no co-defendant. Well, they said you did this with Eugene Henley. I'm telling you, I did it by myself. Eugene Henley didn't know nothing, he didn't even know I was doing it. Well, the victim said you use his name. I'm going to do what I got to do to get my money. That ain't got nothing to do with Big U. So now you have no RICO. You have no racketeering. If he could prove that, and it was one more other thing that they got to prove for the RICO. So he beats that, then there is no Rayshawn murder case. Those are overts as part of the alleged overts as part of the conspiracy, bro. As part of the RICO. No RICO, no RW, no life sentence. Let's get back to it.
Saying even though we don't even know that brother did that, he hasn't been found guilty of that or anything like that. they speak on that, bro. They don't have sympathy for him on that, about that. And then the brothers about the section, you only have like a 2% of the brothers over there that's really rocking with that brother, man. Everybody else, they glad that brother gone. And the reason why
that nigga said it's only 2% over there that's rocking with that brother. They glad that brother gone. They glad that he gone. Or are you glad that he gone? Or are y'all glad that he gone? Huh? Is that why they telling on him? Is that why they lie snitching on him? Because they want him gone? They scared of him? Scared that he might be the one that say, nah, the police killed that little girl. We ain't going for that. Nigga, we gonna stand up for our black children. We gonna stand up. See, when there's a bar and then you have structure, right? See, that's why I don't like this criminal organization shit. These 2025 criminal organizations, Bloods and Crips. That's why I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. I'm a black revolutionary. I understand the need of structure. And structure means holding people accountable, bro. As soon as these dudes stop holding these rats accountable, now this shit is infested. See, what the mob used to do, and even the Mexican mafia, salute to them too. When these niggas rat, they don't just get them, they get their family, bro. You want to rat? This is what's going to be the demonstration. And then we'll catch up with you too. See, them the type of games these niggas ain't accustomed to playing. They playing a deadly game because they don't know who play them type of games, bro. They don't know. These niggas, you can Google most of these niggas and find out their business addresses. You can find out their family members' names. Pay $1, bro. And you can find out everything on these dumbass niggas. Y'all lucky I'm not that crash dummy nigga that's gonna go out there trying to make a market in the world by standing and regulating that shit. Cause you niggas wouldn't even be on this internet talking no more, bro. So I do believe that a lot of these dudes, I ain't gonna say no 2% only for Big U, because I seen the love over there in the Crenshaw district, nigga. He had a LA Brim over there, nigga. And besides that, nigga, it's even FHN. It's even bigger than that, nigga. He ain't just loved in the Crenshaw district. You ain't never been nobody in the Crenshaw district, so to you, that's all you see. Big U was a leader in LA, bro, a black leader. An activist. Nigga, videos in the jungles at JG, nigga. Yo, bitch ass ain't pulling up to no JG. Nigga, you not wanted over there. Big U pulling up in the Fruittown Brims, nigga. On Layton. Long Money Block. You can't go over there. The VNGs. Giving brothers jobs over there, bro. Shout out to Paquino Mo, man. You ain't did none of that, nigga. You couldn't wear that. You couldn't hold that nigga jock strap. Weird ass, crackhead ass nigga. Talking about who don't want that nigga over there. Nigga, they don't want you over there, you weird ass nigga. Let's go.
They glad that brother gone, man, because it's been so much turmoil over there for so many years.
Hey, Sharonda. Yeah, a person may do the crime, is supposed to do the time, but he ain't talking about how the whole penal system
At
is
Sierra,
today.
discover great pickleball gear.
Hold on.
And that dad does care about something.
Got it, Mom.
Hold on, let me go ahead and do this Damu Kiwe conversation. This is my sister-in-law, so Y'all better.
Vanguard's Cash Plus account can't.
When y'all see Sharonda in here, and she's really smart, right? Let me pause this real quick. So Sharonda said, yeah, person may do the crime, is supposed to do the time, but he ain't talking about how the whole penal system is a game that people have to play. The white man's game to play in order to get your freedom. You have to fetch and step how the white man penal system says that you should in order to get your parole and or freedom. It's just a huge game that, of course, our government is getting paid for you to play. Cold game. Good looking out. Thanks for the comments, Sharonda. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. That dude lost his damn mind. My relative said they went on a stare yourself protest for 2 weeks in order to get better food served in their unit, and that shit worked. You still have rights in them prisons, dummy Eddie girl. Man, bro, I'm finna show y'all the work, but let's finish listening to the crackhead. See, he used to being treated anyway. You know, niggas slap crackheads up.
Speak on certain things because they'll say they don't have nothing to do with it or something like that. And what the
to a bitter baby
they'll
mama.
despise everything behind closed doors, or they'll despise stuff that's to the point where they don't speak on it, but they'll be happy when the stuff is gone. So now, if you asking me that if they want him back around there, nah, bro, they don't want him back around there. Is it sad to see, or
he just said, is they happy when stuff is gone?
Or anything like that? And that depends on who you're talking to. Because it's like this, bro. You know, I'm gonna keep a ball. I'm gonna call a ball, and a strike. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Some people don't have a heart, man, to speak up. You know, when certain things that happen like that. Do I believe that, you know, that case started inside that section? Yes, I know it started inside that section. Do I believe that, you know, certain dudes outside the section helped put him in jail? Yes. Do I believe certain celebrities are coming to court against him in his case? Of course they are. So it's like the federal government, they feel they have an airtight case, you know, and I'm gonna tell you why they feel they have an airtight case, bro. When you have audio visual, when you sitting there, you sending Bear Claw, Vay, and Hop them to pick up money and things of that nature, that's airtight. That's the extortion in itself. And when you have dudes that's saying they got robbed, you know, inside their dispensary and stuff like that, do you know how many people have came forward since that brother has been locked up, man? I do like little videos and stuff like that. I speak on certain things, and I get like little comments in my videos where dudes is going in detail on what Bear Claw and Big U and them did to them, bro. And it's crazy, man. I'll be like, dang, because they feel that they was done wrong, you know? So it's incredible, man, how dudes are starting to come forward now. And I don't think everybody understand that. I don't think everybody's paying attention to it. And for the federal government, they're not trying to delay the case, bro. There's only two individuals trying to delay the case. The federal government, they're not trying to delay the case, bro. So this.
Well, I believe him there too. Hey, Crackhead Eddie, when you speak on behalf of the federal government, we believe. Might be the only time. Let's go.
This is my thing, bro. If they doing that brother wrong, I'm sure his lawyers, his family, and everybody that's around him is gonna make a big old stink about that. I'm sure they're gonna do that. But you have a lot of people, bro. I'm gonna say 80% of the people, bro, they don't give a shit. They want that brother gone, bro. And that's why I be like, man, I don't know why brothers is not telling the truth. Even the people he didn't got caught up with, bro, don't want him around them anymore, bro. Because they feel that they got caught up behind him. They don't want him around there like him, with him around there like that no more, bro. They don't care about that. They want that brother gone, man. So, you know, even the dudes that he put on, that he looked out for, that he protected, they want him gone, bro. And that's the saddest thing. That's the saddest thing I ever seen in my life, man. It's to the point, man, you cannot be tyrannical towards your community. You can't be no tyrant. You can't have everybody scared of you inside your community, bro. You can't have that. See, I laugh at people, man, when dudes be saying that we was all scared of him, you know, because we was all peers. You know, me and some of the brothers in my generation, bro, we wasn't scared of nobody. We wasn't scared of each other like that, bro, because we all know all each other abilities, bro. We wasn't scared of each other like that, bro. The thing is that brother, he wasn't like that with us, bro. And I can contest to that. I can testify to that. I can basically get to the point, man. I bear witness to that. He wasn't tyrant. He wasn't tyrannical with us like that, bro. Never, ever, ever he was tyrannical with us like that. He may did some bullshit, you know, lying and all that old weird shit and putting jackets on dudes and shit like that. But he, to the point, he never, ever, ever, ever pushed up on none of us like that, bro, because he knew the consequences behind that.
Right.
So this is why I be saying, man, the dudes be deep in the game and got the rules missing. Because if you're on the outside looking in, bro, you don't know. You don't know the history. You don't know in depth on what's going on and things of that nature. He wasn't tyrannical towards us. Now, what happened when he came home after he did that little stint? I don't know. I was gone. But I hear stories. Do I believe them all? No, I don't believe them all. Do I believe some of them? Yes. Do I talk to some individual that was at some of them type of situations? Yes. You know, and that's just what that is, bro. But when you in jail, bro, the moral of the story is, man, when you in jail, bro, and he know this, they not gonna give you no fair shake, bro. You're gonna have to deal with what you're gonna have to deal with, man. This will separate the men from the boys, bro.
Hey, he know he not gonna get a fair shake, but he gonna press him and make sure he utilize every resource he got, including his loved ones, like those at the Damu and Kiwe conversations that support him, that love him. But Eddie boy is shook up right here. He wants to believe so bad that Big U ain't got a shot because he's afraid of Big U coming back out. Listen to his voice cracking. Listen, he came on talking about the conditions Big U was going through in the jail. And now he's talking about the case. He done went off on a whole tangent. Let's go, bro.
This will separate the men from the cowards. This will separate the strong from the weak, bro.
Yeah.
When you go up in there, man, and they testing your mental. And what they doing is now, bro, they testing that brother mental. He going through whatever he's going through. They have a reason for that. And you can rest assured they have a reason for that, bro. They just didn't come lock him up for nothing, bro. They got a reason for what they doing, We don't know yet. It's going to all start coming down. I told you guys over and over and over again, bro. This stuff is starting to get real, real tricky, man. Real tricky, bro. And don't be surprised, man, when y'all start hearing these names. Don't be surprised, bro. I done told y'all once, and I'm telling y'all again, man. Get another lifestyle, bro. Don't tread down that road, man. Get away from
it. Buck breaking.
And if you don't rock with that brother, man, you don't rock with that brother, man. If you rocking with him, you rocking with him. It doesn't matter, man. Take this as a learning lesson. Assalamu alaikum.
Con el nuevo menú $5 faves de Popeyes, puedes pedir esto, o esto, o esto, o esto.
We gonna get into
Pero
it.
nadie te detiene.
One thing Eddie Boy did say that was right is they're gonna test your metal, and that's what they're doing. They're not gonna give Big U a fair chance. They're gonna play everything. They're gonna take away every liberty he got that they could get away with. And you're going to have to fight for every little thing. And I'm going to show y'all right now some shit. I just wanted to get some other. I want to have it all lined up, right? So, okay, bam. So 200 inmates. All right, so bam. So Crackhead Eddie, let's go ahead and go here first. Let's talk about Islam, because tomorrow I want y'all to tap in. We're going to talk about frauds and informants that run to Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. It's a way of life. I took my Shahada at 8 or 9, maybe 10 years old, because I think Booger was 7. So, yeah, probably 9 years old, right? At Masjid Omar, the biggest masjid in Los Angeles. It's right in my hood on Exposition. This was before they built that big dome. You know what I'm saying? But Crackhead Eddie, there's some things in here that we going to talk about, since you talking about who is a Muslim and who ain't a Muslim, right? Flee in battle, desertion. You've already done that. When you buried your flag, you deserted your brothers, yet you still talk about them same brothers. Stealing the property of orphans. You stole the property of multiple people, Demon Time Exotic, and another brother. We're going to get into all of that tomorrow in hiding behind Islam. Consuming prohibited wealth. That brother said you was trying to sell him some weed. Is that becoming of a Muslim? This is since you've been out, right? Gambling. They said if we want to catch Crackhead Eddie, all we got to do is go up to the casino. I ain't going to say which one, because then he going to say that I was trying to get him hit. You know what I'm saying? But they say you want to get him, but here it go, gambling. You know what I'm saying? And I think obstructing the rights of someone without any valid reason. You just said that Big U needs to suck it up. Them people don't care, and took the police and the government's position on everything that we talked about. Lying. All of these things, every time you go live, you violate. These are the forbidden acts of a Muslim. But here you are violating multiple of them. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get up off of there, right? Crackhead Eddie, let's see what the good people say. He sound crazy. He definitely do. If you just coming in, bang that like button. Dominique Mayweather, salute. West, get the whooping. You know what I'm saying? So he know how them people are, but he and Whack crew, the ones that helped put that man in jail. Fact, he talking just like a good black man. You're supposed to talk. Seems as though he knows they listen to him, so you got to make it sound good for him. Oh, what's on with my oh, there it go. I don't know why the button was stuck. The dude with the mask on looks like he dresses up like a girl. That's exactly what his bitch ass is doing. He said phantom, maybe. Support the prince. Salute, fool. Right, Deuce. I've never heard this guy say anything about how the nation helped them. No bow tie, nothing. No, he's not nation. He's a Shiite Muslim, right? Allegedly. That's who he ran to when the Crips was giving him a hard time. See, Crackhead Eddie had a hard time in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Once they found out he told on Tone and they raided his house and all of this shit on the street, they knew it was an inside snitch, and Eddie Boy was that snitch. He trying to get Big U convicted in the eye of the city, in the eye of the social media before he's even in court. I ain't gonna hold you. The fact that he got that mask on, tell me not to believe him. Yeah, bro, that's strange. Scan, get active, King. Not hard work. Got hard work to do. Scanless, I know you are here. Hi. Eddie Ho, why are you covering your face, though? Coward, get him, G-Mac. No name, Eddie Girl, the biggest rat in the 60s. If they make an example of Big U, we will all see the example of the snitches that helped put Big U in jail, right? Because he's scarred, G-Mac. Maybe he applying for a job with ICE. They paying $50,000 a year. G-Dog, what's up, Deuce? Eddie boy hiding behind that crack pipe. Damn, he ain't hide behind Islam. He hide behind the crack pipe. When Eddie boy take off that mess, he got a mouth like that mask. He got a mouth like the Simpsons. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Or he hiding his herpes bump on his mouth from eating all them pigs' assholes, Selena. G back on him. Trey Savage, salute. Free Big U. That's a fact. Free Big U, man. Oh my God, gross. Selena, like, oh my God, gross. G-Dog, you can't hear me? I hope everybody else can hear me. You know what I'm saying? Back in our banging days, snitches definitely got snitches. These new bangers get them likes, excuses, and views. This shit crazy. That's a motherfucking lie. That's a motherfucking fact, G-Mac. Curtis Lopez, whoop, tapping in. Tanya Karen, salute. Laughing my ass at Feddy Nash. Hilarious. Yeah, it is. Shout out to the chat and the likes. Facts. If you got clout or got the bag, they don't care if you a snitch. You see the niggas that be around whack after they seen the CS2 back shit. But you know what? This is why I got love for that girl Henny. I'm finna show y'all something. Henny got bigger balls than 90% of these bitch ass niggas. Now that is true. Jealousy comes in so many different forms, and the worst jealousy is people that are supposed to you. So I believe that 75-80% of the people really want them locked up, but I don't think it's because of the reason that the government's saying, right. John Jr., when you are the government, you can speak on government or for the government. Exactly. My pops already see the play, Crackhead Eddie. I bet you can testify to that. The question is, Eddie, when you talk to them people that was there at them situations, do you record it and send it to the DA or the feds? Bo Monty the Great, salute. What's up, baby? Watts in the building, Compton in the building, Texas in the building. Alabama's in the building. I've been behind that wall. I know how it goes. Salute Eddie, a trained Nephro. No, he not a Sunni Muslim. He a Shiite, bro. He a Shiite. A grocery bump is nasty work. So, where's that Henny thing at, bro? Henny, oh my God. Henny went so big on them people. Oh, I think it's on my IG. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get that. Show some light to Henny. And I got you tomorrow, No Cap Network. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Got it. It didn't take that long. Watch this. And then we're going to get into this struggle in prison for those behind that G-wall, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in my prayers, man.
Who the artist you got working with them features?
This man right here. You know what I'm saying? The Alley Plex. Okay.
Let me say this. This is what's wrong now. This is what's wrong now.
Yes, ma'am.
Because now money is supposed to be the thing that gets you out of
let me get back over
everything in the streets. I know people, and I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to say this. I know people who have died in these streets. I know people locked up for life for being in these streets. There's stand-up people who have been in situations and took their punishment for their crimes. For you to go and do a crime with somebody, get caught, and decide to either snitch on that person or snitch on other people to get lesser time, that's a coward's move. If you hold on, because what y'all trying to do in this new generation is y'all are trying to tear down what remains of the rules of the streets. See, that's what it is that's missing from a lot of these people out here now. Because y'all done came and y'all done ate out of these streets. Y'all done came and published what was going on out there, whether it be your firsthand knowledge or somebody else's story. And y'all done made millions of dollars off of these same streets that people have died on and gone to prison for life on. Now y'all want to act like these rules don't apply. The streets had rules, whether anybody wants to acknowledge them or not. There was rules, there was codes, there was ethics, and there were morals. Nobody has morals right now. Nobody has respect. Take a coward's way out and you snitch. Then y'all try to cover it up with money. No, because a stand-up, whether he got $1 million in his pocket or $1 in his pocket.
People on this album, and they need people.
Because a stand-up nigga is a stand-up nigga, whether he got $1 million in his bank account or $10 in his pocket, nigga. You niggas sit down and piss, nigga. Shout out to Henny, because she got bigger balls than half you niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? You niggas ain't been through nothing. You niggas take the easy way out and worship. You niggas like prostitutes. Sell your motherfucking self to the highest bidder, nigga. I hope you got a receipt for them groceries. Big U was still applying disabled, and I bet a lot of niggas wanted him out the way. Right, right. I love the streets to this day. I'm still jumping in traffic. Hey, Lou from the Lou, I get it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong to each its own. All I'm saying is you ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You either all the way in or you all the way out. I'm all the way out. I'm always be where I'm from. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You know what I'm saying? But if I was still in, then y'all would see me frontlining a hood captain. You know what I'm saying? Still fucking with the IGBs and my young YGs and all of that shit, nigga. With all of the activities on bullshit. Nigga hustling, getting to the bag, because you can't bang without no money. You know what I'm saying? So, but I am where I'm from. It's people that's right now probably wake up in the middle of the night, nigga, and them bullets is cold. You know what I'm saying? So let's go here real quick, though, right? So we're going to go here real quick. Boom. So we was talking about the fight, right? We're going to go through some of these things. All of this shit documented I went through. This was where this was at. This was in Alabama, right? Refusing to obey an order of a staff member. This is what you got to do even when you in there. See, Eddie was a bitch. He's been a bitch. So him allowing them peoples to break him and make him be they bitch and submit to whatever they want him to do, a do boy, right? Wasn't too hard to do. So staff became aware of the incident at approximately 6:35 p.m. while picking up food trays on A range. Inmate Sims stated that he was going to take over the food slot because he did not receive a shower or recreation today. Nigga, where I get 1 hour in a dog cage, literally a fucking dog cage, nothing in there but cement. But I get an hour of air. They don't give me that. So I work out in my cell because I'm going to bust down this government cheese. You got to get that free money, right? And now I need to shower and they don't want to give me my shower. I don't know. I ain't one of them go for nothing, anything ass niggas. So I'm taking the food slot. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, I advised Sims that he will receive a shower tomorrow. I then ordered inmate Sims to allow me to shut the food slot. Inmate Sims refused. The operation Lieutenant Preston was advised of the situation. See, ain't no just going for anything. Y'all gonna have to beat me up. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do this, right? Here goes another one. What we was at on this? This was in the SMOO program too, Talladega, Alabama. So Sims was yelling, kicking, and knocking on the cell door. Inmate Sims was ordered to stop the yelling, kicking, and knocking on the cell door, which he refused. He continued to yell through his cell door and stated to the writer, when am I going to eat? What's up with my fucking food? Give me my fucking food. After inmate Sims did not get the answer, he stated, you got a fucked up attitude. I could have been ghetto. Rebellious. You ain't just gonna take my food. I got 3 pots in a cot coming, and you gonna take that from me? Suck my motherfucking dick, nigga. I don't respect your authority. See, a bitch ass nigga like Eddie acknowledges and respects their position and authority. I don't, nigga. This is another one. Where we was at on this one? Damn, Alabama, man, I was tearing up Talladega. They had me in that hole for 3 years. So I approached cell A6 in a special housing unit occupied by inmate Sim. Observing his left arm extended out of the cell door food slot, with his left hand holding the food slot in the open position. I ordered inmate Sims to remove his arm and hand from the food slot, in which he refused to comply with my order. Additional orders were given to inmate Sims to remove his arm and hand from the food slot, in which he still refused to comply with my orders. Due to inmate Sims' actions, all daily operations in a special housing unit had to be canceled for approximately 3.5 hours. So basically, they have to go get the sort team, and they got to come up and run up, do a cell extraction. You know what I'm saying? They spray they they got on shank-proof vests and mask and all of that shit because they didn't want to give me my food, nigga. You in the hole, just like Big U is right now, and they tell you they not gonna bring you your food. Like they ain't bringing him his shit. He lucky that he sent that letter. Nigga, I would have already been like, fuck that, nigga. Y'all ain't getting no peace in this motherfucking nigga. Y'all finna work, nigga. Write me up, beat my ass, because I'm tearing this month. We gonna flood the motherfucking hallway, flood the toilets. Nigga, we gonna set this motherfucker on fire till the fire department gotta come in this motherfucker, nigga. Nigga, y'all niggas gonna give me what I got coming, nigga. I ain't asked for nothing extra, nigga. I'm already doing 10 years, nigga. Fuck, I look like you coming here. Nigga, you go home every day. Nigga, you lucky I'm behind this door. Nigga, because I'll probably make sure you don't go home playing with me. Talking about you taking something from me. Nigga, I took money from the federal government, nigga. The fuck you think I'm going to come to jail and let a little punk-ass nigga with a GED take something from me? These niggas be getting the whole dynamics of shit fucked up. You a law-abiding citizen, you fuck boy. Nigga, stay in your place and be glad you get to go home to your family every day, because I don't got that luxury, nigga. Here go another one, right? So, what's this one? Where this one at? This is Alabama. I tell you, I told that motherfucker up in that hole. On above day and time while conducting rounds in Alpha B, inmate Sims had his window covered up with paper, which kept staff from seeing inside the cell. See, they got to count their money. That's that 4:30 count, that 4 o'clock count. You know what I'm saying? You're their money. They got to count for you. So if you cover your window, they can't count and count their money. So I'm a fuck with them the way they fucking with me. Nah, nigga, you niggas ain't count shit, nigga. Fuck you mean stand up. Go get the store team. Nigga, let's wreck. Inmate Sims was given a direct order to uncover his window and refused to do so. Operations lieutenant was notified. Every one of these times we cell extracting, nigga. Ain't no bitching up, nigga. They gonna fuck you up too, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, sometimes when you do that, you earn their respect. They know they gotta give you everything you got coming. Nothing else. But they know they can't just play with you, bro. Eddie is a walk. They can walk all over Eddie boy. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's a bitch. Look, blocking the lock device. This was the fucking incident report. You know what I'm saying? Myrick, lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that a nigga had to go through, but it was because they got me in the hole for 3 years, and this is one of the things, right? Lamonte Sims was put into administrative detention. This is the exact same thing they got Big U under right now. Administrative detention, right? Is admitted to administrative detention, right? You are being placed in administrative detention pending an SIS, that's Special Investigative Services investigation, due to you being a possible participant in the disturbance on 4/20/2008. This is Lieutenant Lincoln, and this was in USP Florence, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? USP Florence, Colorado, United States Penitentiary, Florida, Colorado. Now let me show y'all what they talking about there. Right? Oh, and if you didn't see, it says before I get up out of there. Oh, it doesn't say it on that paper. Y'all see it later though, but that's good. So let's go ahead and go to this. So this is why they put me in the hole for 3. Mind y'all heard about and seen the video with the fire extinguisher, the essays. That was one of many different demonstrations. You know, I documented all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Boom. Let's go here. Right? Oh, it didn't show it. I got to end it. Boom. Go back. My bad. So, racist prison riot on Hitler's birthday. This is an article that they did that year, but this was the article in August, right? A lunchtime celebration of Adolf Hitler's birthday by white supremacist prison gangs sparked a bloody prison riot involving more than 200 inmates at the United States Penitentiary in Florence, Colorado. A lunchtime celebration of Adolf Hitler's birthday by a white supremacist prison gang in Colorado. Okay, according to the prison officials, the April 20th, 420 riot began in a prison recreational yard around 12:30 p.m. when members of the gang began taunting black inmates with racial slurs and references to Hitler. They were acting provocatively on Hitler's birthday. Troy E., the U.S. Attorney for Colorado, told the Rocky Mountain News. The violence quickly escalated. Inmates began hurling rocks and attacking each other using improvised metal, wood, and plastic weapons. Prison guards fired nearly 400 rounds to quell the melee, exhausting their supply of both lethal and non-lethal ammunition. So they used the non-lethal ammunition and 400 rounds of lethal ammunition and couldn't stop this riot for 29 minutes. They lost control of the whole jail. White supremacists started saying, fuck niggers, throwing up all of this Nazi salutes that y'all presidents and these other motherfucking billionaires salute. Third Reich shit. Fuck niggers. And it went up. Nah. Metal. Wooden. Bats. Rocks. Prison guards fired nearly 400 rounds to quell the melee, exhausting their supply of both lethal and non-lethal ammunition. 2 inmates, one white and one black, were killed by gunshots. 5 other inmates were hospitalized with stabbings or gunshot wounds. The Pueblo chieftain, so that's pretty much all that go, but it was way more than that, bro. Hold on. See, they different articles, they say different. So see how they said it was 400 rounds? How long is this? Let's go to this real quick. As I find this article, we're gonna go ahead and do this. See, this is the type of shit y'all don't even know a nigga do. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Sig Heil. Sig Heil. Sig pop, pop, pop. 500 rounds. Every single piece of ammunition on the whole Florence prison compound was fired to stop the Heil Hitler activities that had turned into a full scale between white and black inmates birthday of Adolf Hitler, April 20th, 2008. Yes, this is the kind of lunacy that goes on in some of these prisons. Even if you don't want to do the Heil Hitler, depending on what prison you're in, you might have to fall in line. The whites running things are going to give you a punishment for not saluting the dead Fuhrer. Well, this particular incident was at the Level 4 Florence U.S. Penitentiary. It's on the same compound as the infamous Florence ADX. There's about 800 inmates. It's a dumping ground for leaders, trouble people.
They teach you about triangles, history, but nobody tells you how to handle your money. So,
That day, April 20th, 08, left 2 inmates from the guards' shots. Again, they used up every round of ammunition they had to stop this thing, both lethal and non-lethal, over 500 rounds. 2 inmates were one white, one black. They tried to kind of push a third murder kind of under the rug. He was white, and he probably was beaten by white inmates for not fighting or something.
Yeah, they got him in the gym after it was
Riot
over.
erupted just after noon that Sunday when the white supremacists started yelling racial slurs at the African Americans. A fight ensued.
My documentary, I'm gonna tell y'all the whole story, but I was one of the dudes that was carrying Hooker G. He was the first one that got shot. You know what I'm saying? He ran out the kitchen once he seen us down there cracking. The police shot him right in the abdomen with 223s. You know what I'm saying? Big old brother, about 6'6", 6'8", 300 pounds. He seen us out of Milwaukee. He was a BD. Salute to the BDs. Hooker G, rest in peace, nigga. We ain't gonna never let your name die. Soldier, let's go.
And the 2 guys that got shot, white guy was named Brian Scott Kubik. The black guy was Philip Lee Hooker. Kubik was 40. He was serving 15 years for being a felon in a felon in possession of a firearm. Caught with a gun. Now, I'm sure he had a bad criminal history if they slammed him like that. But think about that. Like, you're out of prison. Oh, I'm going to keep a gun with me. You end up getting 15 years, and you get down by a prison guard in a prison race riot. Wow. On Adolf Hitler's birthday. And the black guy, Philip Lee Hooker, was serving a quarter century, 25 years on a bank robbery. He was out of Milwaukee. So this riot had maybe 200 people. They had huge sharpened sticks. Pretty Braveheart-esque. And that's why the guards laid these 2 guys down. 500 rounds fired. They could have killed more.
Supermax is the place that America sends the prisoners it wants to punish the most. A place former Warden Robert Hood describes as a clean version of hell.
Well, I don't know what hell is, but I do know that, you know, the assumption would be for a free person, would be pretty close to it.
7 people killed in the first 8 years it was open. 1 officer in 03 was stabbed 6 times, and he described it like this. It was just me and a female correctional officer, and once I got stabbed, she ran and left me for dead. I fought as hard as I could and managed to get out into the inmate common area where 100 other inmates chanted and encouraged the inmate to finish me off. USP Florence High was built in 93. It's about 34% black, 32% Hispanic, 29% white, 4% other. Kind of an equal mix, which sounds good, but that is often the recipe for the most. You know, when all the groups are kind of evenly balanced, all that leads to power struggle. The gang with the most people I could count, because you can't get a real full list because it'd be a security violation. Might have been at one point the Aryan Brotherhood. They had Barry Mills, who did, T.D. Bingham, John Greshner, who ended up becoming a snitch, Tommy Silverstein, and there might have been another 1 or 2. Now,
Silverstein ended up going to ADX. Silverstein was their killer. He was the head white motherfucker in the federal system. But anyway, let's go.
Does that mean the Aryan Brotherhood is the most dangerous gang and this, that, and the third? It's very interesting when you know the backstories of stuff, because there was like a scandal there in the Florence compound involving, there must be another Aryan brother, Danny Weeks. Not sure if, I think he might have been on the level 4 side. Danny Weeks dropped out, Aryan Brotherhood snitch, but he broke the pretty much all Aryan Brotherhood. And it's like he said the inmates who dropped out and told on the Aryan Brotherhood stuff, they were hamming it up to make themselves more valuable, right? If I'm going to be a snitch, well, the worse the person I'm snitching on is, like Sammy the Bull was saying with John Gotti, the worse the person I'm snitching on is, you know, the more valuable I am. So they're in there watching X-rated movies, food brought from the outs, living pretty comfortable. The prison denied it, but then there was some training tapes. They clearly with interviews with these guys in some wing of the prison. So the H-wing thing is probably true. Danny Weeks, not sure what happened to him, but he snitched on the snitches. And not to say the Aryan Brotherhood didn't do a bunch of stuff and dangerous, I'm sure this idea that they have sit alone as some special thing in the prison. They're a group of very violent guys who can get other people to do violence for them sometimes. So are other groups of people. But maybe this set of snitches in H-Wing, who's keystone to the big 2006 RICO against Aryan Brotherhood, where they try to give the DEATH penalty to.
So that's enough for that, because he's going in somewhere different. But on that day, it was 30 inmates injured. One of them was black, besides Hooker G getting killed. All 30 of them went to the hospital. 29 of them were white boys. For them saying that we brought to them and fought with our life, facing a lot of them shells were mostly targeting black people. You know what I'm saying? They try to lie on that article and say only 6 people were shot with the gun. It was 15 people shot with the gun. This is a 29-minute riot. 500 rounds unloaded. 223s. The same thing a nigga AR shoot, bro. That many 14 shoot 223s. So Eddie is talking about people who ain't been through that. Bro, I've been through it all, nigga. Shit you couldn't even fathom. Imagine being in a shootout. Oh, that's gangster. Niggas ain't never been through that. But what happened when you on the yard and you being shot at 500 rounds and you ain't got a gun and you can't run? Tomorrow we gonna break down this crackhead Eddie hiding behind Islam. You want to take us out with some Southern Force? We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Go out and come back in. We gonna wait for the brother, man. He gonna take us out. Cause it ain't you muted up now. Hello? Hello? Yeah, we still can't hear you. We can wait, you know what I'm saying? Let them get that fixed, because I definitely want to hear the brother's position on some of that stuff. Maybe while he's doing that, we'll get into oh, here it go right here. Injured 30 inmates. See, that's why I was telling you that they was doing it. Go out and come back in, Southern Force. That's why I told you they was lying in different articles about it was a big cover-up, bro. They dropped the ball. So here it go right here. 30 riot injured 30 inmates. You know what I'm saying? 30 inmates went to the what you call it. Only one of them was black, bro. So I don't know where these other dudes be feeling. Maybe it's because the Most High kept me protected. He watches over his children. You know what I'm saying? He allowed me to survive that, to have a bigger testimony. You know what I'm saying? A testimony that surpassed any of these fake-ass gang members on there, so that y'all understand the necessity of structure. You back, Southern Force? Southern Force? Yeah, his shit fucked up.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there it go. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Go ahead and I'm glad we got you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead
Man,
and
what can I say
take us
about?
out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, man. What can I say about this mass crackhead midnight marauder, man? He's something the fuck else, man. I can't believe this fool can say to one motherfucker, bro. Oh, man, that's the way it is, and man, I don't know why they doing that to. Yeah, you deserve to be in there, and you deserve to do that, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go get you some stones and roll on, man, because your ass out of pocket for that shit. I'm getting sick of these old round clowns. Always come with this old lame ass shit, like they just an answer, like they the prophecy and shit. Oh, false ass prophet. You got Timu speech impediments and shit. I don't want to hear none of that dumb shit. I don't make no fucking sense. This is the same dude that it's like he be saying stuff like the police is right around the corner. Oh, okay, crackhead. This is what I need you to say. I need you to say this and warn the public and shit. Man, you ain't no public service announcer. Get the fuck on somewhere. Only reason why he has a mask over his face because he hiding. Snakes like to hide under the shadows. You feel me? And that mask is the shadow. It don't make no damn shit, but I can't wait till tomorrow because I got Mo to bubble his ass up. I'm about to get ready to clock out soon. So I'll be ready tomorrow. Believe it.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, bro, thanks for supporting me on this one, man. I really needed you. And say that marauder shit again. How do you clip that? Something one more time. Somebody clip this.
Yeah, crackhead mask
wearing.
mask wearing marauder. This is crazy. This fool comes straight out of the comic book.
Out the comic book. Hey, listen, man. Salute to everybody that came through and supported. In the time that we living in, we're gonna dive into this all of this chaos going on, man. This Venezuela and United States shit with Maduro. Also, we're gonna be getting into what's going on in Africa. They just made another attempt on my boy life today. It's a whole lot of chaos going on. Oh, and a civil war on the brinks of a civil war in the United States. The ICE agent unalived a U.S. citizen, a white U.S. citizen. Our prayers is with her family. But we finna start diving into all of that. I hope that y'all turn y'all notifications on. Y'all interested in that? If not, we gonna keep doing it till y'all do get interested because this is the time that we living in. And this time that we living in, we need to structure up and make sure that we implement this structure fast and in a hurry to protect our women, our children, and our seeds. Till tomorrow, Damu, Kiwe. Conversation. We out.